Hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today for TravelStore's Romance at Sea video podcast. A special thank you for our existing TravelStore's clients. Your trust and support means everything to us. And if you are new to TravelStore, welcome. Please join us and find out how we can enrich your life with a special travel touch. My name is Florence, and here at TravelStore, I manage the amazing honeymoon and destination wedding division. My team and I love travel, but we prefer it with a hint of romance. So the Romance in Travel video podcast series takes us every month to a new destination where we search our world for the most romantic experiences it has to offer. Created earlier this year, we already traveled to Tahiti, Kenya in Africa, Mexico, the Caribbean, Costa Rica. Today, we are going to explore a mean of travel rather than a specific destination. And that mean is cruising. So what is so romantic about cruising? If you had asked me that 20 years ago, I would have probably said, I don't know. Fast forward 20 years, and I have traveled many places in the world that are better explored from a cruise ship. And more importantly, I have found some of the most romantic experiences while at sea. All right, so back to our podcast. During the event, if you have any, speak with them in the Q&A box. My colleague and fellow honeymoon specialist here, Patrick, hi Patrick, is going to pick a few to address live during the event. And if we don't have time to address those questions, we will get back to you next week with the answers to those questions. I believe, Patrick, you shared with us a couple of pictures of you on a cruise ship. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, that was my pictures, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah, if you're wondering who the beautiful woman in the photo is, it's my wife, Caroline. On the left, we're enjoying an amazing champagne reception, and on the right, we're celebrating Christmas. You can't see it here, but in the background, there were carolers and a gingerbread village. It was really festive.
Thank you. And now, please meet my colleague and cruise pro extraordinaire, Wendy. Hi, Wendy. Wendy, please tell us a little bit about your pictures as well, and please introduce us to our phenomenal cruise partners that are here with us today. Hi, Wendy. You're muted, Wendy. You're muted.
Too many buttons to push. I'm Wendy. I'm a cruise specialist, and I do love cruising. I've been on 48 of them. Yes, you heard that right, 48 cruises. I have to say, the part that I enjoy the most is that morning coffee on my balcony with my special someone. And the other part that I do love about my job, I do focus on large family milestone celebrations. And the best part is really putting together that special celebration. For example, the picture there in the corner, that's the picture of my family. It's my parents' 40th wedding anniversary. And they brought the whole family together to share in that. And Florence, the coolest thing about it is my parents wrote a love letter to each other, and they read it out loud, and we got to share that really precious moment with them. It was super, super special. So on that note, I am going to introduce you to our colleagues today. We have Selena. She is the Business Development Manager for Princess Cruises. We have Karen. She is the Western Regional Manager for Windstar Cruises. And lastly, we have Lindsay. He is the Sales Manager West with Virgin Voyages.
Fantastic. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. So before we start looking at what you have for us today, we have Patrick, who created a couple of very interesting slides here. And Patrick, just take it away. Tell us what you have here for us.
Absolutely. Yeah. So why is cruising romantic? First point is you wake up in a new destination every day. Have you ever dreamed about teleporting to the Colosseum in Rome one day, gambling in Monte Carlo the next day, and frolicking in fields of lavender in Provence the following day? Well, when you're on a cruise, all of this is possible, and you literally wake up in a new city every day with a wide variety of shore excursions to do. The next point is that every night is date night. On most ships, you have live entertainment on board, from nightly Broadway style shows to comedians, magicians, and solo singers. On certain occasions, you may even go to shore and see an orchestra or opera singer perform a private concert for your ship in a palace or ancient Roman amphitheater. It's pretty amazing. The next point is it's no stress. You unpack once and everything is included. If you told me I was doing a land vacation visiting 5 countries in 10 days, I might have a heart attack with all the flights, trains, taxis, hotels, restaurant reservations, and other logistics involved. It can turn a romantic vacation into a stressful one. Thankfully, on a cruise, you only unpack once, and with all the meals included and sometimes your drinks too, all you have to worry about is what tour would be the most fun in each port. And finally, a variety of ships and itineraries for everyone. Anywhere you can find a shoreline or major river system, there's usually a cruise that goes there. Don't like huge ships with thousands of people? There are ships with only a few hundred people or less. Don't want to see children? There are adults only cruises. Don't have a passport? Try a Hawaii or Alaska cruise. There's literally something for everyone. And then the other thing I wanted to mention with this slide here is some tips to start planning a romantic cruise vacation. So regardless of luxury level on a cruise line, we recommend at least a veranda cabin for their floor to ceiling windows that open up to a balcony to take in the views, which also makes the room feel bigger. And when you think about it as a couple, would you rather be looking through a porthole or enjoying your breakfast in the morning and a glass of champagne at sunset from your balcony, taking in the surrounding views? Next point I'd say is don't be afraid to plan really far in advance, sometimes several years. This way you can lock in availability, the best prices, and leave yourself with plenty of time to plan all of your special activities. The third point I'd mention is think about what sort of experience you're looking for. Are you traveling as a couple, as a family, or a huge group anniversary bash? Are you looking for a small ship with a lot of alone time and overnights in intimate ports, or a large ship with a ton of onboard activities and nightlife? What destinations are important to you? Do you want to visit a variety of countries, or do you want a deep dive focusing on a particular area? And finally, don't try to do it yourself. We plan these on a daily basis, so we know the best cruise lines and itineraries that will fit your needs, as well as the best cabin locations and categories. With our cruise relationships, we can also get you extra complimentary amenities or discounts from exclusive promotions. And because we're a full service agency, we can also plan everything pre and post cruise for you too.
Thank you, Patrick. Those are excellent points. And yes, we at TravelStore will ask you to schedule a consultation with us. We have so many questions to ask you, find out who you are, to really be able to recommend the right romantic vacation for you. So thank you again, Patrick, and thanks, Wendy, too. So now, Selena, we would like to find out more about what's romantic on a Princess cruise ship.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Again, my name is Selena Luketic. I'm a business development manager for Princess Cruises. I work very closely with the TravelStore team, and I'm there to just help with any sales support that they may need to make sure that their clients have fantastic experiences while sailing with Princess. So just to give you some glimpses into Princess Cruises, I'm sure everyone's heard of the Love Boat. Well, Princess was actually the ocean-going co-star of that cult classic show. We were even still referred to as the Love Boat even today. We really do try to put our stamp on romance. We've even won Best Cruise Line for Romance by Cruise Critic. And I want to go ahead and just give you a short preview of Princess Cruises by showing you my next slide and just introduce you to Princess in a 30-second video.
Princess guests are people who know a greater connection lies when you're actually in the moment together. Watching the look in their eyes as they explore stars they've never seen, or discovering something new with someone you've known forever. Because this beautiful world is better experienced together.
Beautiful video. Thank you, Selena.
Yeah, thank you. So next slide, I'll go ahead and just give you a very quick preview of where we travel to. We travel all over the globe. We make sure to just create magical memories no matter what destination that you're traveling in. We have some fantastic onboard experiences where we do a great job at bringing the destination to life, and some exclusive experiences that you could even share with those you're traveling with on shore. So next slide, I want to just give you a preview of where we spend more time. All over the world, we offer late night calls, meaning we're there from 10 p.m. or later. And what's great about that is just to paint a picture of romance. Not only can you explore a city during the day, but you have many opportunities for you to explore the destinations on land once the sun goes down, which is important and can bring further the romance and set the stage for you. We offer approximately 70 overnight calls, which gives you a chance to experience late night shore excursions, like experiencing a ballet in St. Petersburg, a nice evening dinner in Cabo San Lucas, and not have to feel rushed to get back to the ship. You can have special moments like watching the sunset in Mykonos, which I was able to personally do during my honeymoon. So next slide. So in terms of Mexico, I wanted to just talk about this. I've been to Mexico. I've been on our Mexico cruise 10 different times. For this, I've always gone with my husband. Mexico's known for its stunning sunsets and soft white beaches. We have voyages that cruise to Mexico from September all the way through April. They range from 5 days all the way to 10 days. Out of easy to get to ports of call. So you would embark in Los Angeles and disembark in Los Angeles. So if you're local to that area or within driving distance, it makes getting to these cruises a bit easier. You can spend as much time on the ship as you'd like in a destination, so you can just lounge on a lounge chair and just relax, or you can get off the ship and just hang out on a beach and just spending quiet moments with the person or the people that you're traveling with, just to create those special moments and bring the romance to life in the ways that you find romantic. So next slide, I do also want to mention California Coastal Cruises, which is out of fantastic San Francisco and Los Angeles. So again, easy, very quick ports that you're able to get to go off on these cruises. And even if you only have a short period of time where you're able to escape from your everyday life, we do have voyages for our California coast that range from 3 to 10 days.
That's fantastic. So you are key for a quick romantic getaway out of California, huh?
Yes, and what's better than being spontaneous, and a lot of these voyages can be booked even last minute if we do of course have the space. But with these, just they're easy to get to if you're local or within driving distance. I know people that even drive in from Arizona for those cruises just so they don't have to fly. So just going on, just to let you know how we further set the stage, just to make sure our clients or our guests would like to experience romance at sea. There's many romantic experiences that you can create yourself, whether it's just quiet moments, sleeping in, relaxing in your cabin all day. All of those things are, of course, you're able to do. But we do have some special packages that you can pre-purchase, and we're able to help you, bring the romance to life. We have our anniversary package, our special honeymoon package. Of course, it includes vintage champagne, a gourmet breakfast on your balcony, also including a dry heat and steam aromatherapy mist in our therapeutic thermal suite. So lots of fun packages that we have. Renewal of vows, our sweethearts package, our engagement, everything but the proposal package, which is a lot of fun. So we have lots and lots of packages you're able to choose from. This is just a very quick sampling of them. If you want us to help you along in the romance department, we are here to do that also. So next slide. In terms of experiences to share at sea, for many people, food is love. You can enjoy a fantastic meal, whether it's in our specialty dining rooms, where you can have a balcony breakfast or dinner alone in your own private balcony. You can experience beautiful scenic views in Alaska, Fiordland National Park, or just cruising by the California coast. You can have fun during our marriage game show, which I did on my honeymoon also, and see the stars like you've never seen them before. Our stargazing at sea is definitely a must.
That's great.
And next to last slide. So just want to show you other ways to relax. So these are just more low-key experiences. Chocolate, of course, is one of the foods of love. You can't have a Valentine's Day without chocolate. Our chocolate Journeys at Sea program, you can experience fantastic chocolate wine pairings, chocolate treats for breakfast, lunch, and dinners, and even spa services that include chocolate, and have a great time in our Lotus Spa and spending some just magical moments together.
Oh, wow. So chocolate everywhere. That's wonderful. So I would like to ask you, Selena, and Wendy as well, because you've sailed on Princess quite a bit. What's your favorite romantic experience on the Princess cruise ship?
Well, not for me personally, but I have to share a story about a couple that I booked. They were celebrating their 50th anniversary on board, and they were going to do the renewal of the vows. And he called me on the sly. He asked me if it was possible to create a bouquet with daisies, because that's what she had on her wedding day. And of course, our wonderful partners at Princess were able to pull that off, and he was grateful beyond.
Oh, that's beautiful. How about you, Selena?
Well, I took my honeymoon on a Princess cruise in the Mediterranean, and for me, really, it was the quiet moments because our everyday life was just so crazy and hectic, with being that we just got married. So, you know, we had a lot of downtime and just sleeping in, having people cook and clean for us. I got to actually relax, and that was romantic for me, actually.
And that's what romance is different for everyone. Thank you so much for sharing. Patrick, tell us, do you already have a question for Princess that came in?
Do indeed. Is everything included, or are there expenses I'm responsible for?
So, okay, in terms of what's included, so when you purchase a cruise, what is included is in your cruise fare is your cabin accommodation, dining in the main dining rooms with 4-course meals, our famous World Fresh Marketplace, and other dining options around the ship. We have fantastic Broadway style shows, so entertainment, an array of just different activities that go on throughout the ship. That's all included.
All right, thank you. Okay, Wendy, so what other romantic experiences await us at sea? Where are we going next?
So now we have Karen from WindStar. Welcome, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see everyone, and thank you so much for joining us with this Romance at Sea segment. I love it. Well, the moment you step on board at WindStar Cruises, you feel the romance at sea. It's the beautifully appointed suites that we have, and our beautiful Star Class ships all feature suite accommodations. We've put the attention to detail in our new bathrooms, and you can see here we've highlighted our double sinks and the glass enclosed tiled showers featuring our luxurious Lancome products, to really appointing all of the new areas on our ships with our new renovations. Next slide, please. Yeah, I got tongue twisted, sorry. So WindStar Cruises is really an ideal cruise line for couples who really want to get away from that stress-free experience and just that intimate time together traveling the world. We are a worldwide cruise line offering you close to home itineraries to very long destinations. One of the things that I really enjoy about WindStar and our itineraries, we take you to those off the beaten path ports of call and small hidden harbors along the way. Our ships hold only about 300 guests. So when you are traveling the world, you are with uncrowded ships, time for you to spend just enjoying the tranquility. Next slide, please.
Great boutique size. That's great for Wizard Star.
Very, very nice for the smaller, more intimate experience. These itineraries take you to those iconic places around the world to really give you that romantic experience and those special moments. But once on board, some of the areas that I think are really special are some of the dining venues here on Windstar. We're so many choices, and just a couple of my favorites is the Amphora dining room. It's our fine dining, all world-class menus that are served with dishes that are created by the James Beard Foundation chefs, and those are some of the best I've ever had. Another one is dining outside al fresco style at our Candles restaurant, where you're under the stars, and it's a beautiful steakhouse and seafood specialty menus that are presented to you in such a romantic way. It really feels like you've got the world at your fingertips. Some of the other things that we can do is also create those special romantic packages for you on board the ship. So you could choose from a variety of different packages that include some type of Vue Coco champagne, chocolate dipped strawberries, one of my favorite. Who can't have strawberries and champagne together? You can include a spa package and dine-in experiences in your suite. How about breakfast in bed with your most favorite menu you would ever want to create, because you can create your own menus when you do your breakfast in bed, which is so fun. How about fill your stateroom with beautiful flower arrangements, if that's something that's of your fancy? There's so many ways you can just create wonderful moments for you aboard our ships. We do have wedding vow renewals, where if you were to bring your family and your friends, we can do it for you right there and celebrate on board one of our Wind-class ships with the sails unfurling, or on one of our motorized vessels. It's really quite special, however you want to make it. Windstar is here to make that happen for us. So, next slide, please. So in just captivating the experience itself, it feels like on Windstar, you're going to be on your own private yacht, giving you that attention to detail, relaxation, exploring, taking in adventures, and just having that one-on-one time with that someone special. I mentioned earlier that our ships have sails. So we have two classes of vessels here. We have one class that's a wind class and offers 4 or 5 masted sailing ships. And we also have our motorized yachts that really, your choice. Either way, we can make you a beautiful experience. Some of my favorite experiences when it comes to romance is walking the decks. And we do have teak walk around decks that you can walk around, and at sunset is not, it's one of my favorite moments on the ship, is having that time spent out there. Next. So at Windstar Cruises, it's 180 degrees of ordinary, where we offer you so many choices that we allow you to create that romantic experience for yourself. It's what you want to do, where you want to go, and how you want to see it with your someone special. But I want to share with you, Florence, real quick. I just got home. I just got back from the cruise in the Caribbean on Star Breeze. So I would like to introduce to you and welcome you aboard Star Breeze, and introduce to you the captain, Captain Pinion, and our hotel manager, Milton. So let's take it away.
Oh my God, thank you.
So welcome aboard.
Welcome to the break. Welcome. Welcome on board the beautiful and renewed Star Breeze. It's a pleasure to be having you with us on board. And we hope that you enjoy your vacation with us, and looking forward to see you on board. Thank you.
Hello, welcome aboard. Let me take you to our grand owner suite. Welcome. And this is the grand master bedroom. Ta-da.
Welcome to Kendall. Welcome anyway, so happy anniversary.
I had so much
Cute
fun.
video. Thank you for doing this for us such last minute. That's really nice. It's real.
Yes, thank you so much for having us. And everyone from Starbreeze said to say hello to all of you. And we are waiting to welcome you onto one of our wonderful ships for one of your romantic experiences at sea.
Oh, thank you. So you did mention that you love that sunset walk around the cruise ship, but would it be your favorite romantic experience at sea, Karen?
I would say it would be a combination. I too, like Wendy mentioned earlier, would love to wake up with a cup of coffee, watching the sunrise with my special someone on my balcony, and then moving through the wonderful day of activities or no activities. A day in the spa sounds amazing to me. Who wouldn't want one of those? And then moving into a fabulous evening, maybe a little wine tasting, into a dinner experience at Candles or one of our beautiful restaurant opportunities. And then making my way to the back deck, walking around the ship and watching the sunset and just, the sea breeze, your special someone, a sunset. For me, couldn't get any better than that. So take me away any day. That would be my best.
Thank you so much, Karen. So Patrick, do we have a question for Windstar?
Yes, we do. How different is the experience on a sailing ship from a standard engine run ship?
Very good question. I'd like to kind of give it a little bit of a twist, right? So what's not different between our two ships? Well, the unparalleled service on board our ships are fantastic. We have excellent and exceptional food that's been created with these wonderful menus through the James Beard Foundation chefs. It's amazing. Our port intensive immersive experiences, bringing you close up into these small little harbors, amazing. We can do that with both of our ships. The size of our ships are both equally small, anywhere from 148 to, let's say, 300 passengers. So depending on what you're looking for, really the opportunity is with wind or with motor. So it really gives you the opportunity to see the world in a really small, intimate way.
Thank you. And I love this backdrop that you have because we can really, truly see what your cruise ships are about. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wendy, what's awaiting us at sea next?
So now we are lucky to have Lindsay from Virgin Voyages.
Hi.
Hi, Lindsay. Oh,
ahoy. Ahoy, that's right. We're all about our nautical puns here in our nautical vernacular. So ahoy, everybody. I'm Lindsay Wagner, and I am the sales manager west for Virgin Voyages. And I assist all of our fabulous TravelStore team members and helping them get excited about Richard Branson's new cruise line that is about to launch in a month and a half. So October 6th, we are finally going to set sail out of Miami, Florida on our first voyage, first ever ship. So we are very excited for us as a brand, which I know you all have been big supporters of us since day one. So I think we're all ready for this ship to sail. But I have a very short video to intro about some of the romantic experiences that await you.
Okay, let's go.
I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through. Like a virgin, touched for the very first time. Like a virgin, when your heart beats next to mine.
Woohoo! Love that.
There you go.
Great music too. Thank you.
But yeah, so we here at Virgin Voyages, we are looking to set sail the Virgin Way. And whenever we were having this conversation with TravelStore about romantic experiences, I thought there are plenty of those on board our ship. But to give you an idea of what we're doing here at Virgin Voyages and what we are all about, there are three main things. One, first and foremost, is that we are an adults only cruise ship. So when you talk about romantic experiences, the fact that there will be no children on board, I think is a huge plus. So we are 18 plus in order to sail with us. We've also included about $600 in inclusions. So within the voyage fare that you pay, all of your food is included, gratuities, tips, Wi-Fi, basic beverages, group fitness classes, and all of our onboard entertainment is wrapped into the voyage fare. And last but not least, and I think my other two colleagues also mentioned champagne in their talks. And so here at Virgin Voyages, we also believe that you should never go without champagne. So we have an on-demand champagne delivery service called Shake for Champagne. That whenever whenever you have the app open and you shake your phone and push the button that you want it, a chilled bottle of Moet will be delivered to your exact location on board the ship. And that is what we call Shake for Champagne.
It's magic.
It's magic. It's Virgin magic, yes. But here at Virgin Voyages, us as a brand, just to give you an idea of kind of our brand motto, is that we are inspired by the modern allure of yachting and the romance of the open ocean, which I think makes having a romantic experience at sea absolutely perfect on one of our ships. But today, to give you an idea of how you can do that, if we go to the next slide, I am going to introduce an itinerary that will be happening in 2022 on our third ship, Resilient Lady, whenever she launches August 2022 out of Athens, Greece. Personally, for me, I think this is our most romantic itinerary. She will set sail out of Athens, Greece, 7-night itinerary, and you can see the ports of call there in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. But for today, I'm going to take you a day in the life of, or an evening in the life of, our stop in Santorini. So ideally, you'd be in port, taking part in one of our many shore excursions and capping that off with the Champagne Sunset Cruise, right at 7:48 as the sun sets. So once that's complete, you get off of your sunset cruise and have a leisurely stroll back onto Resilient Lady on the next slide. And of course, when you walk on board, you take your phone and you shake it because you need some bubbles. So as you take the lift up to the 14th deck, if we go to the next slide, you enter into your suite aft suite. Personally, I think the suite aft suite is the best room on the ship because you are dead center at the aft of the ship. So you almost have 180-degree views of the water. And because you shook for champagne, there is a bottle waiting for you on ice out on the deck or out on your balcony there in the champagne bucket. So as you get ready for the night's festivities, you got to get dressed and then head on down to the 7th deck where you've got some appointments at 8:45. Dry dock and Stubbling Room is our version of a dry bar, and then Stubbling Room is our men's barbershop on board. So after you complete that, you walk on over to Sip, which is our champagne and caviar bar for a pre-dinner cocktail.
Okay.
More champagne, yes. I'm gonna see how I can integrate that into every slide today. But you have your pre-dinner cocktail. After that's over with, you head on down to the 6th deck where you check in at the Wake. If we go to the next slide, which is our what we call our most glamorous restaurant on board this ship. So think of this spot as having your steak and seafood type of options. And as you can see from the next slide here, all of the food that awaits you. And I think, Selena said it best, with food is love. And I can tell you, you will be well loved on board this ship because all your food is included. So after dinner wraps up, you make your way over to the Manor, which is our dinner theater / nightclub. And what we think is probably one of the most Instagrammable spots on board this ship, which is our mirrored entryway into the Manor. And then you settle.
Beautiful.
I know, right? And then you settle into your seats at 11 o'clock for a showing of Dual Reality, which is one of our onboard entertainment shows. So this is our modern take on Romeo and Juliet, but with kind of like a Cirque du Soleil type of spin. So once the show is over with, you're still not finished for the night, and you head on over to the dock house, which is located on the 8th deck at the aft of the ship for a nightcap. The drinks on board our ship are phenomenal, all craft cocktails. We have some amazing bartenders on board, as you can see from the drinks there. And then after you finish your nightcap, you head back up to the 14th deck, where you get back to your suite aft suite and lay your head down at 1:30 a.m., only to wake up and do it all over again in Rhodes, Greece on Tuesday. So there's your romantic experience on board one of our lady ships. So,
and definitely calling romance for a lot of us. So, Lindsay, what do you think will be a romantic experience?
What will be, yes, and I'll tell you that next month when I actually get to check out Scarlet Lady. But I think for me, and I hate to like repeat the answer, but the balcony that you saw there on that suite aft suite, like to be able to sit in that lounger with your room service coffee in the morning, we're big morning people, or just sitting out there with a champagne bucket. I mean, just shaking your phone and laying in that lounger and having the person bring it in and plop it right down, I think is a great way to kick off a nice romantic holiday at sea.
That's where we'll do it for you. Okay, we'll see and verify next month. Okay, so Patrick, do we have a question for Lindsay?
Yes, we do. So does Virgin Voyages have formal nights or theme nights?
Yes and no. So we don't have any forced formal wear on board our ship. And I know on some other lines, typically there's like a white night or a white party. Well, we have our own version of that, which is called Scarlet Night, where we encourage all of our sailors to pack a splash of scarlet, so a pop of red on board. And that typically takes place the night before the last day.
All right. I like that kind of formal. Thank you so much, Lindsay. So now, Wendy, could you please take us through what are today any travel restrictions to sail?
Yeah, so let me go over the guidelines now for travel, which, is a question that so many ask us. So I'm going to start with Princess. They do require that 95% of their guests and 100% of their crew are vaccinated. You will need to be able to provide proof of a negative PCR or antigen test taken 3 days prior to embarkation, and masks are strongly advised to wear while you're indoors on board. Now with WindStar, they also require proof of a current vaccination for all guests and their crew. WindStar will administer a free antigen test at the pier prior to boarding, and you do need a negative result in order to board. And they also ask that you wear masks in the public spaces. Now with Virgin, again, they require vaccination for 100% of their crew and their guests, and you will need to provide your original CDC issued vaccine card at embarkation. In addition, and this is kind of cool, they installed a thermal camera technology to monitor temperatures, and they will be fogging every single item that is brought on board, which I think that's cool. And then masks are required while you're walking around the ship. So just make sure that you contact us and we'll give you the update. As you all know, it's ever changing.
That's right, Wendy, and thank you for reminding us of this. No worry. We will make it very simple for you. Thank you so much. So of course we went over time, but Patrick, I think we have time for one question. Do you have an extra question?
I do, yes. For Princess, on one of your slides, you mentioned a everything but the proposal package. What is this?
Selena, you're muted.
Sorry. So basically, sorry about that. You bring the words, the conviction, and the love, and we'll supply the rest. Basically, we help set up things. We have a videographer there to prep for the proposal and get a photo of the moment itself. And then there's a celebration and a specialty restaurant, a side-by-side massage, romantic in-room breakfast, and much, much more.
Wow, definitely interesting. So thank you again all so much for joining us today for this very special edition of our Romance in Travel video podcast series. We hope you enjoyed cruising with us. Next month, we will be traveling to South Africa. So really exciting there too. So we're going to leave you now, but with a little apropos music here. Thank you.